Miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke crack, motherfucker, I sell it.
What is going on, everybody? This is the Miscellaneous Minds Podcast. I'm your co-host, Gato, the cat that hands your potential fight back. And to my left over here is the main Sustanero, the man that makes up fat stacks. Together from the dynamic duo that won't die. Deadly ideas running spicier content than your girl's OnlyFans.
What is going on, everybody? Before we get into tonight's topic, please make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and with that, let's get right into it. So, we have a potential fight on our hands. A lot of boxing fans, a lot of the boxing community has been talking about it, and they hope that the fight gets made. Zepeda versus Shakur. Now, here's my take. I posted it on a couple of different boxing forums. I got a little bit of hate, and I got a lot of support, so I'm going to say it on here. Do I think this fight should be made? Yes. I believe Zepeda is 31 wins, 0 losses. Shakur is at 21, 24, somewhere in there. My apologies, I don't remember the exact record. 0 losses. That being said, listen, this is my prediction for the fight. It hasn't even been made yet, but this is my prediction for it. Zepeda is going to go in there and try and really bring the heat to Shakur. Try and go in there, get maybe, look for a knockout, put him down at least a couple times. And Shakur's going to do what he always does, what he's done in every single fight that he does. He's going to tactically maneuver around the ring. He is going to pick his spots, 1, 2, and out, 1, 2, and out. And it's going to be a snooze fest fight throughout, cruising to a Shakur win in the 12th round by decision. More than likely, unanimous decision. And here's the thing that people didn't like about that take. The snooze fest part. Can you guys be honest and bring up a fight that you watched for Shakur? You're like, oh man, that was a banger of a fight. And listen, I'm not criticizing Shakur. If that's how he wants to fight, he is perfectly entitled to fight that way. There is nothing wrong with that. But if you guys remember, the Shakur fight versus De Los Santos was rated as the most boring fight in boxing history. The smallest amount of registered punches by both fighters in the history of boxing. And everyone said, listen, man, this was supposed to be his breakout fight for the new contract that he had signed. This was really supposed to showcase his skills. It was I believe it was on ESPN. It was everywhere basically so that a bunch of people could tune in and watch. And it was a snooze fest. And you know what the thing is? If you want to say, oh man, you're just being biased. You don't know what you're talking about. Watch after the fight. Shakur is in the back, and they show it for quite some time. He's pissed at his performance. He admitted it later. He said about his own fight, yeah, that was not what I wanted. I wanted to showcase more. But De Los Santos matched his energy, trying to pick his spots, trying to only. And here's the crux of what I think a lot of people don't understand. And I'm gonna get a lot of hate from the boxing purists about this. People that are more technical fighters, like a Shakur, like a Floyd Mayweather, so on and so forth, need boxers, bang 'em boxers. They need boxers to go in there and try to really just box it out and just go for broke. Those boxers, the ones that try to go for broke and really just throw everything in the kitchen sink, they don't need the Shakurs of the world. They don't need the Floyd Mayweathers of the world. Because the only way that the Shakurs of the world look good is going up against dudes that are constantly coming at them. That way the technical boxers can pick their spots and cruise to a decision win. Other than the win against Conor McGregor, because let's be honest, that was more of a sparring session. When's the last time that you guys remember Floyd Mayweather getting a knockout? Was it maybe Victor Ortiz? And that had been a long time before the end of his career. Same concept here. The technical boxers need, and when I say need, they need in the sense of selling a fight. They need the more aggressive fighters. Boxers, if you put an aggressive boxer against an aggressive boxer, it is going to be a hell of a time for the fans. They don't need the technical boxers. The technical boxers need the aggressive boxers. So, again, going back to this fight, Shakur versus Zepeda, do I think it's going to be, do I think the fight should be made? Sure, because it'll be a step up in competition for Shakur. I think Zepeda has enough skills where he could give everybody a run for their money, meaning hope that something exciting happens. But it's more than likely going to be a technical picking your spots, win to the end, to a unanimous decision for Shakur that nobody's going to watch. And that's the crux of the thing. Is, again, the technical boxers need the aggressive boxers. A lot of people get mad at that. Listen, I like Shakur. I think he's a little cocky, little cocky, but I think he's a great boxer with a lot of technical skills. Very, very polished for someone that's at his stature in the boxing community. So a lot of good skill there. Exciting? No. And that's the thing that people need to talk about. In a world where people are already saying, people like Dana White are saying, oh, boxing don't sell no more like it does. It doesn't sell because of the people, unfortunately, like Shakur, that choose that particular fighting style. Now you put in their boxers like the Triple G's and the Canelos of the world that really go in. Those fights sell like a motherfucker. The fight we just watched for UFC, Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway, those fights sell because we know we're gonna get a good fight no matter what. I don't want to see Shakur go in there and 1-2 punch his way to a unanimous decision by the end. It's not exciting. It's not fun. But should the fight be made? Yeah. It'll be a step up in competition for both of them. They both have a chance to showcase their skills. It's just not exactly what is going to bring in a whole bunch of viewership. What do you think about that, my man?
Look, man, it's a little difficult because I know I've shared the sentiment about my feelings towards technical boxers, and I think, look, at the end of the day, you don't necessarily need to get a knockout to get a win. Like to be fair, that is a true statement. You don't need to impress the fans. You do need to impress the judges for you to get the W. But at the end of the day, boxing is still, even though it is a competition, it's still an entertainment industry. And what you need is at least some kind of hook, some kind of selling point to get to the fans to make them tune in the first place for the other governing bodies to at least keep giving you fights that'll show off your prowess. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like by even box office record numbers, Shakur Stevenson doesn't really have anything. Does he win fights? Yeah, sure. He has a good record, but you can't point to one single thing. You can't point to, oh, he's got a great hook, or oh, he's got phenomenal knockout power. He's like, yeah, he wins fights. Which again, that's not really enough to sell a fight in order, like, that's not really enough to sell a fight to sell a hook to the people of saying, okay, you should go watch this fight. And again, his athletic prowess in the ring, yeah, it's pretty good. Again, he's a smart cookie. Again, he knows when to pick his spots, and he knows how to secure a victory. Does he know how to secure a victory fashionably? Not really. He doesn't really have much of a claim to fame to sell this fight. And again, like you said, technical boxers need a foil to show off their skills in order to make themselves look better. Whereas anybody that's aggressive at least has the allure, even if it's somebody rough like Isaac Cruz that doesn't look technically sound, he still has the ferocity to really entertain the crowd like that. Most of his punches look like Bears punches. Like, they just look like a majority of overhands, but he's quick and he has a good knockout power behind them that makes it an easy sell to fans watching, even if they don't know who Isaac Cruz is. Just watching one Isaac Cruz fight is enough to sell you on his next fight. Whereas put any one of Shakur Stevenson's highlights and people would think, yeah, he's good, but that's about it. Not really anything selling. And again, William Zepeda, him as a boxer, yeah, he does have an aggressive fighting style. He likes to go in and rush. Again, like you said, beyond that, even his record seems, I don't want to say padded, but there weren't really that many notable names to put on his record, which a little rough, but I think it's a little bit at least fair. I think there's only a couple notable boxers on his name to really say, okay, this is somebody that should match the strength of a Shakur Stevenson. Again, I think this is really more of a, even though if it was a fight that needs to happen, I think it's really more to make Shakur look better in the grand scheme of things, as opposed to something that it needs to happen because both of them need to come to heads soon. No, it's really more to make a Shakur Stevenson look better, as opposed to a fight that needs to happen just on its own merits alone.
Yeah, man, I'll be honest, I completely agree. When people started asking for this fight, a lot of people are saying, oh, Zepeda can be the one. Listen, man, Shakur very rarely takes any risks in his fight. He is constantly on the back foot, constantly trying to let you make the first move, to find a mistake in your attack plan, and then to pick his spots 1-2 and then jump out again, 1-2 jump out. Maybe combination here and there, but for the most part, that's it. That's boring to me, and that's fine. Listen, I know some people say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Technical fighters are phenomenal. Floyd Mayweather, the Muhammad Ali, so on and so forth." Then that's fine. That's fine. If you like that, that's fine. Let me ask you a question. Did you like the De Los Santos fight and the Shakur fight? No. Yeah, you're right. Nobody did. And why? Because both the fighters were technical boxers and were trying to wait for the other to make a mistake. They were both, "Oh, and you go. No, you go first. No, you go first." It was boring. Least amount of punches recorded in a boxing match in history. In history. Over 12 rounds, mind you. Over 12 rounds. That's crazy. That's crazy. So listen, I don't care. Get on here and hate. That's fine. Again, listen, I'll be honest. I like Shakur. I like the kid. Is he an exciting fighter to watch? Not really. Not really. I don't care what anybody says. I know some people are going to jump on here just because they want to support the kid, and I'm all for supporting the kid, but not at the expense of my wallet. Not at the expense of I'm going to sit there and go to sleep by the 6th round. I'll do respect. That being said, listen, we'll see if the fight gets made. Again, right now, it's just a potential talking point. Both Zepeda and Shakur have shown interest in the fight, so I do think it can be made, and we'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if it gets made in the future. Either way, I'm going to watch it for the simple fact of big names here, popular names here. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
Until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.